We've looked at some Scratch projects. We've looked inside some Scratch projects we like. So I'd like us to start working on making our own Scratch projects. So I'm going to start by just introducing you to some of the basic features of Scratch, and then I'm going to let you go and you can make a Scratch project that you're interested in, and you can use the resources that are available to you to learn more about Scratch and learn more about the features of Scratch that you're interested in. So I'd like you guys, I'm going to give you some directions and I'd like you to follow along by doing them kind of as you listen and as you watch in Scratch. So I'd like you to open up Scratch. You're going to do that by going to the magnifying glass and typing in Scratch. And then you should be able to open Scratch right up. Okay. So now in Scratch we have this guy called a sprite. And we want to make our sprite do things. Okay. So if we click on, these are different menus. If you look over at the top left, we have different menus. One menu is a control menu. The control menu is going to say, when do you want something to happen? We have a motion menu. Motion menus will change your sprite, will move your sprite around. The look menu will change what the sprite is looking or saying, what it looks like or what it says. The sensing menu allows you to create commands, like you want something to happen if your sprite is touching the color white, which it is because the whole background, the whole backdrop of our stage over here is white. We also have sound menus that will let your sprite play sounds. Operators, or if you get really deep into the programming, you can make things happen with variables and operators. Variables are also for deep in the programming. And pen allows you to write things virtually based upon your program. So for now, we're going to focus on control, motion, looks, and sounds. So I'm going to say, when the green flag is clicked, so that's my control, I want my sprite to move. Now I'm going to slide this block right in place, and I want him to move 10 steps, sure. Okay, so now if you notice, if I come over here and click my green flag, you can see what happens. My sprite moves 10 steps. Okay, maybe I want my sprite to move 10 steps and then say meow. So now when I click my green flag, my sprite moves 10 steps and says meow. So I can use my controls to do all kinds of things. Maybe in my screen when I want to push, if I have someone push the left arrow, I want my sprite to move, if he's moving left, he's not moving 10 steps, he's moving negative 10 steps because the positive moved us along the right, negative moved us along the left. So now if I were to click my left arrow, my sprite moves negative 10 steps. Maybe I want to make it so I can move my sprite all over the place. So when I click my right arrow, I want him to move positive 10 steps. When I click up, I want him to move, I want him to move up by 10. So I could just say change my Y by 10. I could have said change my X by 10 for my left and right. And then I just need down, and then I want to move change my Y by not positive 10, but negative 10. Okay, and so now I'm going to go to full screen over here, and you can see that if I move my sprite around, I can control them and just move them all over the screen. Left, right, up, down. Maybe I even want to add some additional sounds in here. Maybe when my sprite moves left, I want to say, I want to record something. I'm going to call it, record something new. So left. And I can change the sounds there. So that I change the name of the sound. So now, when my sprite moves left, it'll play the sound left. Well, I pressed the green arrow, so it moved and played meow, but left. So up, right, and down, I haven't programmed to do anything, but every time I move
left, left.
it says left. Okay, so for right now, I think that that's all I want to show you. I want you to have the rest of the time to play with Scratch and try and make a program that's interesting to you. And I have a link that I've included below that will link you to some Scratch tutorials if you're interested in them. If you want to find out how to do something in particular. And remember, if you get really stuck, okay, you can raise your hand and ask for help. But try to find the answer on your own before you ask me for help, because probably the first thing I'm going to have to do is Google the answer just like you might. Okay, so stay on topic, stay on task, focus on Scratch, but you have the opportunity now to explore Scratch.